season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big pick up there on the run. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
On 2, ready? 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
11 MT, 11 MT.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down now, Mixon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On 2. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Hey, let's get there. Mike 7. Mike 7. Come on.
Burrow on play action. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. first carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Now back to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie returning it.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go. Stop. Let's go. Ready. Let's hot. 11.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
11.
Now it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Sheds off the tackle. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
Here we go. Stop. Check. Ready. Ready, hot. Stop.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
11 empty.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
11 empty, paint. 11 empty, paint.
Burrow will throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 7.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
McKenzie now to return it. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A handoff to Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 5. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Second and 4. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Going quickly out wide to Moore. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete to Anderson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. To return is McKenzie.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's 2nd and inches.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's go, defense. 11.
throwing now. Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
12.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At that 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Allen Lazard, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
The ball carrier is brought down by Shaq Thompson. 2 yards on the
We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready?
Come this way. Here we go.
11.
7.
Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready?
This is Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mixon with it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 13. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow on play action. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
11 empty, 11 empty. 12, 12, 12. 11 empty, 11 empty.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is taken in by Hurst. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties, and they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field, and it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me.